What is happening, guys? Cowboy here. It's time to get started with Be It Ever So Humble. So I think this is the last quest of the DLC, considering we got the credit roll after the last one. Let's travel on over. See what the gift is that Regis left for us, and maybe have some contracts waiting. I don't know. I'm almost level 53. I'd like just a little bit more experience just to get that, but I like how the quest is just go home.
It matters not that a man's as fit as a fitter, if he never gifts his lady a roar.
Master Witcher, some unknown individual barged into the residence. I resisted as best I could, but to no avail.
Who is it?
Alas, they did not do me the basic courtesy of introducing themselves.
Let's see who it is. I mean, nothing looks out of place.
Unexpected as ever.
I was wondering if Yem would show up.
And beautiful as ever.
Won't you even ask why I've come? Or how I found you?
Wouldn't get a straight answer anyway.
Quite true.
Used to bother me, all your secrets. Now I know if you have something to tell me, you'll tell me. Don't need to ask.
I missed you, Geralt. Madly. Come outside. We can hold hands and stare at the sky, like some shitty two-crown romance.
Brought quite a few books. Let me guess. Working on a new spell?
Not at all. These aren't grimoires, just pleasure reading. The Name of the Orchid. A widower for half a year.
Always thought you too busy to make time for something as impractical as pleasure reading.
Because I was. But now I'm not. A few weeks ago, I awoke to the realization that I know not what to do next. I have no plan. I have no goal. And you know what? I like that. Finally, I can stop thinking about politics and focus on what's important to me. Which is why I came here.
Liking Toussaint so far?
The landscape's lovely and the towns are charming, no question about that.
But
But the southern sun plays havoc with my wardrobe. To be blunt, wear black down here and you're pretty damn hot.
might need to think about changing your color palette. Off-white and pea green, for instance.
And I'll wear scents distilled from turnips and daisies. I think I shall simply stay in the shade. And you'll bring me cool drinks. At regular intervals.
This
Bring
bitch.
you whatever you want. You know, feels kinda strange having a home.
I must say I never pictured you owning real estate.
Was something of an accident, but I'm not about to complain. Yen, back then, before we fought the hunt, said you wanted to run away with me to the world's end. This vineyard. Good enough?
Yes, although there's one thing missing.
Namely,
I shall give you a hint. It's large, white, has 4 legs, category taxidermy.
Oh, yeah. The unicorn. Fine. You can bring it down here.
I knew you'd see things my way.
Ever thought this day would come? Me and you, peace and quiet. Bees buzzing, birds chirping.
I almost regret delaying so long before coming to you. I was quite the silly goose.
You have doubts? Though I imagine it might have been hard coming after me. Always were proud as a peacock.
Please, Geralt. I'm not like other sorceresses to feel that following someone means my wings have been clipped.
Ooh, watch what you say about your colleagues. Remember, it's an ill bird that fouls its own nest.
Well said, Witcher. You're not only handsome, but wise, too. I feel a bit like the cat that got the canary.
Yeah, and I'm... Damn it, you win. This time.
Ha!
How'd that start, anyway? Our duels and wordplay.
Forgotten? It was at a vernissage in Banard. You started it to keep from going mad with boredom. I remember finding your sense of humor both groan-worthy and somehow endearing. Never change, Geralt. I beg you.
So, talk again later?
Of course. I'm not going anywhere.
I guess that's it. I gotta say, kinda cool. Like, you never, I mean,
Was it not you who freed the town?
you know, most games they just end and you have this, like, and it's just left open-ended, or you have, like, some shitty prologue, but
To reconcile, that's
kind of nice to see that this is gonna end with Geralt actually, you know, finally getting his happy ending. Wait, was there anything else down here, or just that? What's this for? Oh, punishes all my stuff. Damn. It's like I don't want to stop, but I think that's it. I think I've done it all.
while some witch
That may be the end of The Witcher. Quick, looking at my quests. I have no main quest. I mean, I have Fist of Fury, but not exactly super excited to jump into that. No contracts. We got Spontaneous Profits still. Alright, so real fast, just before we do close things out, let me go and actually see what everything was with this quest. Where is my fast travel? I think it's back this way. I mean, to be completely honest, after doing all this, I'd almost like feel bad taking him into New Game Plus, you know? Taking him out of his great retirement at a vineyard.
watch it.
The hell? How do I get over to this guy? I straight up just like walked into somebody's bedroom. And it's also really fucking with the camera. There we go.
Did you guess, our sweet shining sun? Welcome to the pheasantry.
Spoon like this. When you set a place, where's it go?
My oh my. It seems rather a fanciful bouillon spoon. Or a key of some sort. There's a note here.
Yeah, note led me here. Any idea what the key might open?
Never seen it before. But you might search the cellars. The previous owner left all sorts of knickknacks there.
See you later.
Eat, drink, and be merry. Thus spake the prophet Lebioda.
Who does that? Like, if I was gonna buy a place, I wouldn't just, like, see a bunch of crap in the cellar and be like, oh, I'll just leave it all. Like, no. Figure it out. Hundreds of recipes, but instead of a recipe for the clearest rabbit, there are only a few chaotically written lines. So now we're on a treasure hunt for something from a famous Elvish chef. Well, if Geralt's going to be retiring and living life in the vineyard, might as well have some legendary recipes to cook. Way up there.
Run, Roach.
Spread some nastiness to me.
Might want to pop my troll decoction. I have a feeling I might run into some things here. Damn. Place is an alchemic storehouse. Honestly, I kind of expected I'd have to duke it out with something. Didn't think I would just walk in, snatch some recipes, and be gone. Like, when you see Elvish ruins, you don't exactly expect that to be the only thing that's there. Aww. looks like upscaling finally broke, considering it knocked the Banshee down to level 1. I don't know what it is. There's something on console every now and then you have to like toggle upscaling on and off because it messes with enemies and sends them on down. Oh man. It's like I don't want it to end. It's over there. Let's go see what that is. It's a cave that I had found before. I mean, well then again, it's not like it's all over, especially considering I'm about to start the Summer of Witcher, so there'll be tons of Witcher I'll be playing once that gets kicked off. What's in here? See if I can fix it. Level 1 werewolf isn't fun to fight. So now you're 48, and now I'll put it back on, see if it boosts them up. No, to level 2. I wonder if it's just like cycling over somehow. Like it's trying to scale them up past whatever the variable is, and instead scaling them back down. Red armor die. And this is the exit, so. Oh well. Oh guys. I'll tell you what, it's been a hell of a journey. Probably one of the best journeys I've ever had the fortunate luck of experiencing, but we finished the main quest, we finished the side quest, we finished all the hunts. They're all wrapped up. So one last thing I'm gonna head on over and do before we do close out completely here. I want to go to the palace and see if Sienna and the Duchess can be found for like an after mission dialogue or anything like that. Come on, Roach. So apparently it's actually kind of deep. Sitting there wondering why you won't run across it.
Is it true peasants gotta carve his cows himself?
Gate. Beauclair Palace. Get rid of that marker real fast. So it'll be Alright. So now I gotta hunt down the Duchess.
Say, do witches eat their cheese before dessert or after?
There's Damien.
To the capital of Toussaint.
Ah, yes, looks like we do have a dialogue.
Yes, Geralt?
Wanted to talk. That is, if it's no bother, Your Grace.
Why ever would it be? I'm listening. What is it?
Don't mean to pry, Your Grace, but curious how you met Dandelion. Mind telling me about it? So long as it's not a sensitive subject, that is.
Oh, ancient history. My father announced a grand tourney. Julian was invited. He was to compose a song about a valorous struggle in the arena. What he wrote was the most beautiful love ballad I had ever heard. Papa was furious. Refused to pay him.
Ballad. About you?
Not overtly. I was married to Raymond at the time, after all.
I get it. This tourney, quite a dose of pomp and circumstance.
We cherish this tradition. My great-grandmama Adela Marta elevated it to its current status. For the longest time, she could not decide whom to wed. Meanwhile, her suitors, and there were swarms, often duelled one another. In their contests, Ademarta saw an altogether comfortable way of picking the prime apple from the bushel of potential husbands, determining who had what she valued most in men: strength, valor, and cunning. Thus, she commanded them to take part in tourneys, though in the end she chose none of them, and wed instead the youngest son of Nilfgaard's reigning emperor, whom she met on a journey south.
But Beauclair's inhabitants had begun to enjoy the night's sparring.
Very much so. And not only they. The year after, knights from far and wide gathered to face one another for sport and glory. And so it has remained. Though the price has changed. The Duchess's hand and half the duchy are no longer in the offing. Still, Beauclair's tourneys are famed the world over. Of that we are rather proud.
Thanks for sparing the time, Your Grace.
Duty calls.
You got it.
I understand. Understand and approve.
I mean, it's cool that there's, like, some dialogue with her, but I really thought that, you know, there'd be, I don't know, something else? Especially considering all the events that just transpired with Sienna. Crazy good view. Anyway, on that note, we are going to wrap things up, guys. So, like I said, it's been a hell of a journey, but we are going to close things out here. So, as for where we're going to be going next, what title we're moving on to and whatnot, I'm not entirely sure yet. I know one of the big considerations was the DLC for Fallout, Far Harbor, so may jump into that, not entirely sure yet. There's a couple other games I've had my eye on for a while that I just haven't had the time to play, so I'll probably end up just like putting it to a poll on Twitter or something and then seeing what people would prefer. But anyway, thank you all very much for joining me on this fantastic adventure, and we will see you guys with the next series we kick off.